is actually not just about you, folks. The interview is not about you. At a fundamental level, and I want everyone taking notes now, before you freak out and start panicking and saying, hey, Dean, what are you talking about, blah, 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 calm down, relax. I'm going to explain what I mean by that, right? The interview is not about you. The interview is not about you. Now, this is probably one of the most important things that a lot of job seekers don't grasp, that if grasped will actually allow you to better understand how you need to be structuring the conversation and structuring your questions and what kind of questions you need to be formulating. And it's based on the fact that the interview is not about you. And what I mean by that, folks, is at the end of the day, the reason the interview is taking place is because, number one, the organization has a project or some kind of a problem that they need resolved, right? This is number one. That's you know, I guess, what is it? Principle number one regarding interviews. Now, number two is the problem that they have or the project that they need to have completed requires someone with a certain skill set to be brought in and bring a resolution to the problem or to the project, right? That's the number two thing you need to keep in mind in regards to why interviews take place. Number three is potentially you are the person with that skill set that has the ability to come in and solve that problem. And therefore the organization, based on the fact that they have a problem, they have a project that they need to be brought to resolution, goes out into the marketplace, goes out into the job market to search and seek people with your skill set to consider to be brought in to interview, right? To assess their ability or their capabilities or the probability that they might be the ones to bring resolution to the problem. So that's what all of you need to be keeping in mind in terms of why the interview is taking place. So it's not because that they want to meet job seekers, folks. This is one of the key fundamentals all of you folks need to understand is it's not just about them bringing in a whole bunch of random people, including yourself, to just talk about them and learn about them and things like that. They definitely want to do that. They definitely want to know more about you. But at a fundamental level, the purpose of the interview is so that they can figure out who's going to help them with the problem that they have at their organization. The problem could be a project, right? It could be a development project. Could be someone left the team and there's a backlog of work. Could be that the senior person left the team. And now there's a whole bunch of junior or intermediate level individuals that need guidance and all that stuff. That's the problem. Could be that they're in high growth mode, right? They're suddenly acquiring new customers, new business coming in. They can't keep up with the workflow. That could be another potential problem. Problem could be that I don't know. They have a disgruntled customer, right? The customer is not happy with the way a product was delivered or a project was handled. They're really upset. They need to rectify it. The company fired the person who was in charge of the project. Now they need someone else to come on. Those are the core problems that result in them wanting to interview candidates, folks. And these, I'm making the assumption these are for real, actual hiring needs. I'm not talking about fake interviews here. We're not talking about the fake interviews. We're talking about why they want to interview you in the first place, right? So the purpose of the interview from the organization standpoint is not just to meet people, not just to learn about you and who you are and that stuff. That definitely does come into play. But at a fundamental level, remember, we're talking about fundamentals here, right? At a fundamental level, what they're trying to figure out is, hey, we got this problem. We got problem XYZ. We have project XYZ. And we need to find someone that we can bring in to bring a resolution to this project or to this problem. That's at a fundamental level, the purpose of the interview from the organization standpoint. And everything else, folks, is icing on the cake, right? Cultural fit, you're nice, you're friendly, you're going to get along with the team. All that stuff is definitely important. I'm not saying that's not important. That's definitely important. But at a fundamental level, you need to be able to communicate at the interview how you can solve or bring resolution to whatever their problem is or whatever that project is, right? So that's a fundamental